The best podcast in the world. Cowboys Collective, episode 65. Toxic already came through for us because I was not thinking about a 65. It's been a long week. Give me a 65, Johnny.
Ron Leary. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was the good one.
Andre Gerard.
Yeah.
Oh, John. He's
Big
clutch,
Dre.
man. You know what?
It's thin,
I like
man.
Andre Gerard,
it's real
bro.
thin.
I do
Andre.
too, man.
Yeah.
He moved from guard to center and became a Pro Bowl center. Yeah, he snapped the ball over your head about 7 times a year, but he was a beast until he got stomped in the face. But it was good, man.
Who did that? That was
Hainsworth.
Albert Hainsworth. Yeah, man, Albert Hainsworth. How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Good, man. It would have been a great night if the Giants kept it up. But hey, what it is, yeah.
Yeah, me and Sky, we were talking about that before the game. It's like people were getting excited, and we could watch this thing together as we talk Cowboys. It's all good. Pretend like it's on the bar, but I do not believe that the Giants are going to beat Philly. I was telling Sky like, yeah, they can go up, but I don't see it.
Nah.
Now Philly has some issues, but nah. Jackson Dart's fun too. Like it's fun seeing him out there running around. He's super loose with the ball, but nah, I don't see it. I just don't see it, Johnny. But John, your boots on the ground, so we always start with you. What's going on out there in Dallas? Any new news? Anything in particular we should be talking about? I know. So, John, before you start, I saw the injury report, and everybody's
the number
like,
one thing.
Yeah, but some of this, you getting to this point in the year now where they just throwing folks on it. So, what's real? What's not?
Just throwing folks on. They can't do that, bro. You get in trouble for that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's pretty lengthy here. 18 names on it.
But all right, so Sky, is 18 folks not going to play in this football game?
No, 5 did not practice. I think it was a bunch that were limited, correct? So it wasn't 18 DNPs. It was limited.
There's 18 on the injury list. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that didn't practice.
8. That's even
one
more.
is Joe Milton, who that's not an injury related thing. He'll probably be back tomorrow. Let's see who else would be. Dante Fowler's got an illness. Usually that's something you'll be able to be back by Sunday for, so I wouldn't count him out. Tyler Booker dealing with the ankle still. I still think Tyler Booker and CD are at least another week away. Kevontae Turpin didn't practice. He said as much yesterday that he doesn't expect to play in this game.
Out, yeah.
So that's 3 right there. Jonathan Mingo going from full go on Wednesday to not practicing Thursday. That was pretty interesting.
That sounds like a setback.
That sounds like the staff saying, "Hold on, you don't feel right today."
Yeah, that's.
I thought that too, but then right, but he's in a 21-day window, so he don't need to not practice. He can practice and not be activated. So this sounds like a setback. That's true. This is more concerning because he has a knee. And there's not like illness, not practice.
Yeah, that's true. Whenever you see those things, the first thing I do always think, especially when you have a bunch of other wide receivers stepping up, you're just like, oh, are they trying to something here, So, and I cover the Dallas Cowboys, so
yeah, you
should always be skeptical. But anyway,
there's the Johnny we need right there. Still,
I'm just saying they do stuff like this. I mean, I'm not. It really isn't just a Dallas Cowboys thing. It's an NFL thing. Like teams are always trying to do moves to mess with the roster and try and get an advantage. So Miles Sanders didn't practice after he was limited the other day. So it looks like a good opportunity for Jaden Blue to go again. And then Jack Sanborn, I don't think he'll play either because he's in that concussion protocol. So you're going to see a lot of Kenneth Murray and Shamar James and Maris Leafau on Sunday. So
buckle up.
Hey, still, our Thursday show's a little bit looser. You wanted it, you got it. Because I'm telling you, this is gonna, in all seriousness, and we'll talk about the Panthers, but this is gonna be a running scheme. You're gonna have to play downhill backers. Like, I don't think that Rico Dowdle is Adrian Peterson, but he's physical. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to bring your lunch. They didn't do a good job of that versus the Jets. They didn't diagnose well. And it was on the backers. I hate to tell people that. Now, D-line at times could have been better. Got creased.
Is that where we going? We going to Rico?
You talking to me?
Yeah. I didn't know if we were still doing who playing or not, because I'm ready to go in if we're going to talk about the Rico stuff. I didn't know if John was done with the injuries. I ain't
No, the last thing I was just going to say is actually, I'm sorry, it's 21.
We can go.
It was 18 yesterday. It was 21 today. Sam Williams was added. He's a full go, but he had a shoulder. So, yeah, it's 21 today. That's a lot, man.
Damn, I know. See, I
didn't know it was that many either. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's
we can buckle up and talk about Rico.
Let's buckle up, baby.
We can buckle up. Let's buckle up. What are y'all thinking about Rico Dowdle? Because I have thoughts. High level.
I was gonna say, go ahead. We could dismiss it because it's the Panthers and it's Rico or whatever, and he said what he said, and we should be fired up for it. It ain't so much because a lot of people, get mad at you when you bring up, okay, this is what the Cowboys got to do well, or something will happen. It ain't even that it's the Panthers or Rico for me. It's the Cowboys that concern me more than he does. And what I mean by that is Cowboys have not brought their lunch pail. They have not brought their hard hat. They have not buckled up the last 2 weeks against the ground. That's just a matter of the fact. You've given up 12 plus 10-yard runs in 2 weeks of play. 12. There's teams that haven't done that in 5 games. You're supposed to have a better run defense. You're 22nd in run defense success rate. You were 28th last year. So it's not like you just automatically got this great run defense because somebody's not here no more. Your run defense is struggling right now. And the worst part about it is your linebackers can't tackle right now. They're among the worst. The Cowboys are top 3 in missed tackles. And we laughed at the Jets about that. Cowboys are missed tackle galore right now. And they got Rico coming who, look, he ain't special at all, but he can make you miss by breaking tackles and running hard. So it ain't even that you're playing an Adrian Peterson, like you said. To me, is that we got to play better no matter who's on the other side of the ball, period. So we can poo-poo and kiki and he all we want. 200 rushing yards is 200 rushing yards. It's only happened 5 times in the last 5 years or whatever it's been. So, okay, you can key if you want. If the Cowboys don't tackle better and they don't play better run defense on the interior than they did last week, he'll have a successful run day. Now, if your offense plays better, you can shoot them out of the run game, but I'm just strictly talking run defense. Dallas has to play better, period.
Yeah, I'm just one of these people that been doing this for a little bit, been watching sports for a while. The percentages are real low for non-elite superstars for running your mouth and then backing it up. Very low percentage of backing that up. And you just ran for 200 yards. You don't need to say anything. I just don't like it. That stuff just makes me laugh. No, what you say is when you go out on the field and you play really well against them, that will say as much of anything. So it's just kind of I don't know, if I was a Panthers fan, I'd be like, why don't even say anything. Just go out there and play well. It's so few times do players run their mouth before a game and it ends well. Just so few times.
I think for me, versus the Jags, 12 yards, Arizona, 9 yards, Atlanta, 30 yards, New England, 30 yards, Miami, 200. Rico's just... to me, he's a
mind you, context. He wasn't the starter. He's not.
I know because Chuba Hutt is a better player.
He signed there to be the backup.
That's
why I think you saw the context is the carries. Go look at the carries and then go look at the carries.
Hey, I'm not gonna fight you there, Sky. And Dallas got to play better. I just don't think Rico's that good. I didn't think he was that good last year, and I'm on record saying that. And so that's cool.
I'll say this. I just got done. The reason that we're late is because this Clayton Adams story I was writing took longer than I thought it was because there was just so much other stuff I wanted to get in the story. But Clayton Adams is the reason. Javonte Williams is having a good year. But with Clayton Adams, I'm pretty confident that whatever you go with the next year at running back, you're going to have I really feel that this is a guy that you're probably at your worst, you're going to be an upper half of the NFL in rushing. And probably still, I look at where the Cowboys are at right now, they're on track to be a top 10 rushing team. Arizona was a top 10 rushing team last 2 years with James Conner. I think James Conner is a good player. That we're not a top 10 rushing team because they had just the absolute most loaded backfield. They didn't have Saquon Barkley. They didn't have Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? It's and there is a little bit of a misconception that, it's because they have Kyler Murray. Not for both of those years was he running. He ran for about a little over 500 yards last year, but the year before that, he was injured. They were doing some different things. Like the quarterback run was part of it, but James Conner was the guy that had over 1,000 yards in both those seasons, and that's why they were a top 10 rushing team. And so, like, I think Javonte Williams is a good player. I think Rico's a good player, but I don't think that they're like irreplaceable guys that you're just like, well, you just got to back up the truck now and just pay them whatever they want. You're not gonna be able to replace this. Like, back up the truck to keep Clayton Adams around.
Yeah, Clayton Adams' resume speaks for itself. Before he got to Arizona, they weren't the top 10 rushing team. They became one for the first time in 44 years. That's Clayton Adams. In Indianapolis, Marlon Mack was finished top 10 in rushing. The Indianapolis Colts finished top 10 in rushing for the first time in 20 seasons. That's Clayton Adams.
And I'm not Dallas, even just talking like this is, I'm not trying to even take any shots at Rico or Javonte as much as it's like there's so many people involved that to make a run game work. And I might not even be talking like this if they had their regular starters last week in New Jersey. But to be out 4 starters on the offensive line, like the thing I asked him today, I knew he wasn't going to feed into this, but like I said to him, I think it's safe to say Cowboys fans have PTSD because a little while back, they were missing one offensive lineman and it completely wrecked the whole game plan. How much pride you take in that you guys were out 4 offensive linemen, and you were able to do that. And he's very, well, it's got to be, next man up type thing that, it didn't really change our game plan. We don't look at it that way. I get all of that, but you have to say that because you're the coach. I'm sitting here looking at like, you guys still go for whatever it was, like 180, and you're talking about a run. It's not like that. It's not even like that they were okay last year. You're not improving an okay run game. You're improving a bad run game, one of the top 10 worst run games, a run game that Denver had a run over 27 yards. They had a 40-some yard run by Miles Sanders in the opener. They've had a 66-yard run, a 30-some yard run, and this is in 5 games. They have 7 rushing touchdowns in 5 games. They had 6 all of last year. He's taking over a very, very bad run team, and there aren't that many new pieces on the offensive line. So what is the big change? It's clearly Clayton Adams.
This is called the Clayton Adams effect. Look at his history all the way back from Buffalo. This does not shock me. And we talk about
there's pieces of the puzzle, believe me. There's pieces that give Shoddy credit. Give Dak credit for diagnosing things at the line, putting them in great situations. Give Javonte credit. He's healthy. He's running hard. He's getting a lot of those yards himself, too. I'm not taking anything away from him. But if you want to tell me who gets the biggest piece of the pie for me right now, it's Clayton Adams.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, all I'm going to say is you guys have been on it, man, especially still about Clayton, and he's been good. But back to...
I remember on this show early on when they hired him, and we were talking about the coaching staff and things like that. There was a lot of talk about how he could be fixing the run game. And I'm just always skeptical about everything. And I was skeptical at the time, but 55 games, it's been impressive.
I'll tell you somebody else. Connor Riley, bro. The line looks... If nothing else, they're looking more sure of what they're doing, right? Aiming points are better, blocks. Even something, there was a block where they ran a trap. When the long run of Javonte, talk about long runs, the long run of Javonte had, they ran a trap, and it's cool to see that Brock Hoffman, it's like, hey, I'm pretty sure Connor Riley's like, hey, you're probably not the most athletic guy. Let's just shield this. You don't have to, lunge, or it's the little coaching points when it comes to, because like even when I've worked with O-line coaches, it's like the best ones to me can look at a player, look at their weaknesses, and not try to put a circle in a square. Like,
That's literally what Clayton said too.
You know what I mean? Still,
he literally said he came from. He said I came from a wide zone team in Indianapolis, and we tried to force the matter in Arizona. And we said, wait a minute, in that first year, that's not it. We got a back that I got tailback, it doesn't fit. And we got centers and guards that does this better. So we tailored it to that. That is Clayton freaking Adams, man.
You can see it, Scott, because we know Brock Hoffman's. I know when I watch Brock Hoffman, the footwork isn't amazing, right? But he's strong, and he'll do some things. And it's like, okay, cool. Maybe you shield him there. Maybe it's just a little thing. So I think you guys are spot on. I want to make a Rico point that I don't get into all the back and forth. It's just funny because I like play, and Sam Williams said as much. Hey, Rico gonna pop his pop, and it goes to what Steele said too. Dallas does have to play better. Hey, but Rico, just chill. You had a great game, but just relax a little bit. And now listen, I'm gonna say this, and this is how I did feel about the linebackers, and I said this much on the show. Everybody take a deep breath. I know that you guys saw Shamar James in the 15 tackles, but now watch it live, or whoever's in the middle. Watch it and see.
And it's Murray.
Yourself.
Big Flus came out and said Murray's going to be the green dot middle linebacker now. So,
and honestly, I'll raise my hand. That scares me, not just for him running the ball, bro. They haven't been doing a good job in coverage.
Yeah, but you're going up against
a bad pass.
So that helps a little bit this week.
It's about hey Sky, is Coker playing?
No, he's still out.
I thought somebody tried to argue me on Twitter. I'm like, bro, they just opened his window.
Man, real quick on that.
I was trying to tell somebody like, bro, he's not.
I'm one of the you guys know me. I'm one of the last people to like go back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah,
this dude today pissed me off. I tweeted this thing out the other day about that Landry shift. Yeah. He's trying to tell me, because I wrote that they've been doing this for over a decade, that this is new.
No.
Like, I'm not at every game.
Bro, that's like literally a freaking, they've done like documentaries on it. What?
2014 is when they started it.
Yeah,
they started paying homage to the old Landry offensive lines. I'm just like, why are you arguing with me about this? How would you know this, that it's brand new? What are we doing here?
One thing about Cowboys fans, they will pick this aside and argue. Literally, you care that much? And I literally, John, ended with okay, like, all right, cool. But and
honestly, I hate to even say Cowboys fans, because I don't know if it's a Cowboys fans thing as much as that the Cowboys have the biggest fan base, so you're going to have the biggest group to pull from of people that are going to piss you off, So I don't want to hate on Cowboys fans for it, but I'm just like looking at my phone. I'm just like, are we being serious? Why are we arguing about? How could you possibly know this? How would you know this and I wouldn't? I mean, what are we doing here?
No, and not only that, it's just like, who cares when it started, bro? Like, seriously, I don't know. I'm with you, John. But talking more about this defense, doesn't it suck that there's been so much change? Like, if you really look at it, every week there's been a change somewhere on the defense. Not to say that it's been good, but it's just like 1 week outside of week one, it's been maybe the safeties are changing or they're going down, and the linebackers now Sanborn's out. Because I told y'all I would have probably stayed with Sanborn as bad as he's played. I don't think I'm ready to see Shamar James now. We have to because he's hurt, but it's just tough that like there's been no true cohesiveness, bland. It's just.
Do you guys see a point where like late in the season that you're like going, yeah, I was wrong about this. They got all this ironed out, and now the defense is good. Like, I just don't see that end game this year. Do you?
I've said that to a fan in my chat where he was like, "Oh, it's just early." So I was like, "I get it's early," but I said, "They what have they given you to be like? Oh yeah, everything's gonna be great by week 10." Like, they have to give me that confidence to be like that. Until they do that, I'm obligated to keep it a buck with y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and make your feelings feel good. I'm gonna be real. They haven't done that. Every week,
I have one path to it. Okay, so there could be two. One would be them making a significant move that to help somewhere on the defense. Well, yeah. That's one. The other one would be that Overshown comes back and is just an absolute monster. And he's just running all over the field, making plays and stuff like that. But I mean, Stephen Jones even said the other day that they're thinking at like around after the bye, around that time, that's like week 10-ish. They're thinking about he could possibly, I mean, a lot of your season is going to be decided by then, So I don't know if you can just count on that, but that is one path. If you told me that, hey, he comes back and as soon as he gets out there, you're just like, man, he just picked up right where he left off, and he is just making plays all over the place. He's affecting the quarterback. They're getting turnovers. Okay, I could possibly see that, but I'm saying out of what we're going to see out on the field on Sunday, and I just don't know how all of a sudden it gets a lot better.
I'm cautiously optimistic with Overshown because last year is different. Last year he had all the training camp, OTAs, mini camp. He was padded up, and then he got a chance to get on the season and roll. No OTAs, no mini camps, no pads, no practice. Activate the window, week 10, 11, 12. Maybe it takes a week or two, so he's back week 11, 12, 13, 14, who knows? And you know what I mean? So we're just expecting him to go in there and be Ray Lewis in his prime. That's not fair. It's probably going to take a little bit, and hopefully you're still able to fight, and he has at least 6 games under his belt, and then playoff push type thing. But they have to make a move before I put everything on Overshown.
Yeah, My hope is they get better within the scheme. I just don't know if that's going to happen. And I also just don't think that this team really has good players on defense. And like we're getting to that point where I'm going to start banging that whistle. Like I'm banging that point home. Like, bro, the linebackers, I mean.
Who are your top three players in this defense right now? Who are the top three you feel good about?
Easily Kenny Clark, Deron Bland, and Osa.
I don't even go. I mean, I go Bland long term, but not Bland right now. I go Osa, Kenny Clark, Solomon Thomas, James Houston.
Yeah.
Can't leave out James Houston. James Houston is
James Houston's been good. He struggles against the run, but he gets home. My thing about it with I'm gonna just talk about the linebackers. There's a reason I like when you watch Kenneth Murray versus the Giants. It's like, yeah, I see the upside. Then when you watch him versus the Jets, you're like, I see why he's been on 3 teams. And like, I just feel like it's gonna be like that all year. So that's what scares me. Elam, not good enough. Diggs. So like this game, and we'll talk about it when we talk about the film. This is a game that if Trevon Diggs doesn't play well, he's not going to play well again this year versus anybody because these receivers stink. And let me not say stink. That's bad, but Ted McMillan is a young player that's getting better, but he's not. No. Listen. When I say stink, right? When you look at the scheme, they can't stretch the field, and Ted and Bryce, like, all right. Let me take a step back.
This guy needs a timeout over here.
I need my
you need a 20 or you want the full Sky?
I need my timeout. Bryce isn't.
I'm trying to give him a 30 seconds so he can fix
he isn't Bryce. Bryce isn't good. You know, I got a number that I want to share with y'all. And then Ted has shown some really good moments, but it's like right now it's very possession receiver-esque. He's not gonna run past you. Not gonna do it. What you think the receivers are good?
I think Ted's good.
That's a bit. The reason why I'm laughing, bro, is because coming into this you talk this Ted McMillan up like he was the greatest thing. All of a sudden, Ted's he
No.
Receiver. What are we doing? Ted McMillan will cook Trayvon Diggs if he had a quarterback. That's the issue.
Well, let me talk about Xavier Leggett too.
Leggett's not that.
But they were praying on him to be good. XL.
Ted's
I love Ted. I love Ted coming out of college. But like right now, the one who I really loved, I love both of them. So don't clip this, y'all. Don't use this against me. I know y'all love it. Please, Emeka. All right, this is the thing.
Oh yeah, monster.
And remember, John, you remember on this show? I was like, man, I love it. So, but the thing is, like Ted, he can only play on the edge, and so I guess he can. You're not putting Ted in the slot. He has film in the slot, but in this offense, Canales don't put him in the slot.
Just go. Don't worry about my faces, Foots. Just go.
Foots, are you happier that they have George Pickens instead? Because that's the thing about this. This is the thing about the Panthers to me.
The quarterback matters.
The thing about the Panthers, when I see the Panthers on the schedule, the thing that I think of is how much they've impacted the Cowboys roster. Because if they don't take J.C. Horn,
that's a good
then
point.
The Cowboys take J.C. Horn, and then you don't have Micah Parsons. They were one of the teams interested in Micah Parsons during the trade. They would have taken Ted McMillan if he falls to 12, and because they don't get Ted McMillan, then they go out and they go and get Pickens. You know, so like the roster is a lot different by a couple of the Panthers moves.
Bro. Ted, I don't know, man. Well, I don't know, bro. Ted in this offense, I mean, I think he is Pickens. I hate to say it because Pickens is a beast, but they're not asking Pickens to do anything spectacular. Run down the field, run a slant, run past. You know what I'm saying?
Like, so, all right, that's I guess when I say the receivers stink, right? As a unit, I love Ted McMillan.
I don't think you're wrong, though, bro.
I fought for Ted McMillan still, and like. He's a good player, but the body, the Dave Canales calling the offense, like none of it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
The pass game stinks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me still. Thank you for helping me. And I guess what I'm saying is when I'm watching it, Sky, on tape, and you look at Bryce's numbers, and you look at their passing game numbers, if you go to, we use the tools that I use on Next Gen, and you like, man, you find some of this stuff, you're like, dang, the Panthers offense is low, like they're below the Jets for a reason. So it's definitely, you're right, you absolutely right, Sky. Ted is not a bad player. Xavier Legette is a bad player. Like the pick that Bryce threw last week, John, him and Legette just haven't worked it out. And Legette, coming out of college, big body, you want a big body receiver to help Bryce, and it just hasn't worked out. And so what I'm saying is you're hoping that Diggs, because Diggs used to do a great job versus bigger receivers. I think quicker, shiftier guys are where Diggs gets in trouble. I think, hey, you should be driving on slants, Sky. We should be driving on end breakers because those are the type of receivers that these guys are. And Bryce is literally like a ant back there. So if you push the pocket, make the ball come out, and he turns the ball over. So, it's kind of where I'm at with it.
I mean, it's a bad pass offense, bro. I mean, it's not a great offense. I think I said this the other day. This is very, very similar to the Jets, where not a great offense, not a great quarterback. I'm not saying Rico's Bryce, but I mean, I don't think Bryce is some spectacular running back either, but he was having some success. Rico just came off of success. I think they have a decent offensive line from a pass protection standpoint, right up there with the Jets, in my opinion. But then again, the quarterback holds the ball, runs around, not accurate, not good. The scheme is not all that impressive. It's very reminiscent to the Jets, where I think your offense could score some points.
Yes.
And then it'll take the run game away from them and put the ball in his hands, in which I said this on my show. I think you can get some interceptions in this game.
He turns the ball over. All right, I'll pop it off because we normally start with Sky and what he saw in the film offensively and defense. I just want to take a chance to say I was very wrong about Bryce Young. Bryce Young was one of my favorite. Just story time with Foots here. He was one of my favorite quarterbacks coming out, John. And
I
maybe
thought he had the it factor. I absolutely did.
Oh, John. I mean,
even last year, I was saying that if he would have went to the Eagles and you put Jalen Hurts on the Panthers, that he would be having a ton of success with the Eagles. I really believed that he was the guy. Like, with all the size, everything factored in too. I just thought that, like, what he did at Alabama, I was like, man, there's translate there. Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you, John, I watched him when he was with the OG Ducks out in the IE youth football. Then I watched him at Mater Day. Then I watched him at Alabama, like you said. And it was always people fought me. And I'm wrong, man. Foots, he's small. You sure you want to tie? Because this isn't like Kyler Murray, who's super quick and athletic. You know the thing that's different with him, John? He's not athletic. Like, he doesn't have that escapability. You see him get tracked down a lot. He's not strong. He fumbles a lot. His arm strength, I'm like, dang, what happened to the accurate Bryce?
Nervous.
He's very anti-Sky.
Yeah.
And so I was super wrong about the player. I got a stat for y'all. Listen to this. 21 out of the last 33 starts, he's thrown for less than 200 yards.
And he's something like, what, 8-33 in his career? What isn't his record?
Bad.
It's crazy. It might be worse. It's
Yo,
bad,
they were
bro.
talking about benching him again.
Rightfully so.
He'd go to San Francisco and win 8 games.
No, I don't even think he'd do it. Like, I'm dead serious.
Do you think that so when I watch him, I just think he's too small. I think he's like literally the game is literally too physical and big for him. That's like what I see on film.
Yeah, and it's not like I said, Kyler Murray, where Kyler Murray was an MLB player, a wicked arm, super talented, can run like crazy, dumb fast. I think he might be one of the most underrated fast runners in the league. Like, we think about Lamar Jackson, we talk about Josh Allen, we talk about this dude is probably faster than everybody but Lamar. You know what I mean? At the position. But anyway, yeah, it's not that, because he's tiny. He's probably smaller than old boy, but he's compact and he has a wicked arm. But there is nothing that I believe this quarterback does above average. Nothing. So if he goes out there and rips it up against you, just like I said last week, if there's a week for this defense to wake up, it was the Jets. If there's a week, it's this one, because I don't know how he can't just drop back and throw the ball in the air and hope that Tech just brings it down because we play zone. So we play 2 men on the roof. So
I'm so glad you said that.
Wait, real quick. Are you guys so down on him that you would be more nervous if Andy Dalton came in the game?
100%.
Nervous? No.
Nervous is the wrong word, but I would be like,
but I think he gives them a better offense better because he knows how to navigate through a zone. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I don't think that. You go look at the numbers on him against the zone. He averages like 5 yards per pass attempt because he's just not going down the field when you play zone against him.
4 interceptions versus coverage.
I thought for a second you were talking about what Andy Dalton throws against zone.
No.
And if you were doing that, I was gonna be like, you got way too much time on your hand. No.
Hey, John,
that'd be crazy if I was looking up. That'd be crazy if I was looking that up.
Steele just gave me a great alley-oop, man. Thank you for this, Steele. Yep. 4 interceptions versus cover 3. His EPA per play is like awful versus zone. He's actually really good versus man. And that's probably because he's either throwing those quick end breakers, quick games, and he can get the picture and go. But when you actually have to make him diagnose and he's so small and the rush is coming at him, like Sky says, he just hasn't been good. And I just don't see things changing in this situation. And it's so funny because Baker is another one of those shorter quarterbacks who Dave Canales had, and Baker's went on, who was also in Carolina. And Baker's went on to have success. But when you look at Baker's build and when you look at Baker's arm talent, and quite frankly, Baker looks like a better athlete and will run like
not
with
look,
more
he is
issues.
A better athlete.
Like he'll run with more like than Bryce. Bryce is, I don't know. It hadn't hit, and I was wrong about him, very wrong. Another thing about this team that I find very interesting, they get down in games. Like this is a team that the Cowboys need to go up on and stay up on. When they were down 20-3 versus the Jags, they were down 20-3 versus Arizona. They lost big to the Pats. And the Dolphins game is so interesting. They went down 17-0, started running the ball, and it's almost like the Dolphins were like, we don't know how to play football anymore. We don't know how to tackle.
They started running the ball because the quarterback was bad. Like, I'm dead serious, bro. He was so bad. It was like, we have a better chance at running. And they did. As they got back in that game.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're definitely just a bad team. Hey, I saw somebody, well, as we talk about sleeper and we're about to run the ad, I saw somebody that said, hey, Foots, thanks for the picks. Because I told people that you may want to play darts overs, and I didn't think it would be because the Giants would be winning the game, John, but I thought that they would be playing from behind. They'd be playing soft. But right now, the Giants are up on the Eagles. And if you would have took a few chances on sleeper, maybe you would have made a little bit of money. Let's run the ad right here now, dog.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using the code HMA. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Call your shot on Sleeper. Use code HMA. Sky, you got anything else on the offense?
It stinks.
Hey, one more thing on the Cowboys run game real quick. When I talked about the injuries, I do think Tyler Smith and Tyler Guyton are going to be back for this game. Mm-hmm. And so I forgot to ask you guys, like, are you guys both good with going back to Guyton, or did you guys want to see more from Nate Thomas?
Are you being serious, huh?
Yeah, there's like fans that have really been like pushing this whole like Nate Thomas needs to play more thing.
I want to make Nate the best swing tackle in the world and let him continue to get better. But let's see Guyton.
Yeah, we talked about this, I think, earlier. That's again, that ain't the Shamar James game. That's not the game y'all want to hold up into the rafters. And that ain't the Nate Thomas game you want to hold up to the rafters either, bro. That's not the game. He was not good in either, to be honest. But he fought. It was his first game. You know what I mean? You didn't get killed. Awesome. Let's let him continue to keep developing. Now, you thought if you wanted a bench still, I would still say no because of that game. Guyton, absolutely not. My first round pick, his ceiling is way higher than Nate's. You gotta let that guy keep going. It was always going to be Steele, no matter what. That was the guy you were going to probably. But even Steele, in my opinion, was your best lineman. So no, you keep the lineup the same, your starters the same, and you hope to build momentum.
Where do you guys think Guyton's ceiling is?
I think he's getting better.
Guyton has a high ceiling. It's just, can he get there? Like he's uber talented, but he's raw as hell. Like when coming out, I thought he had the best feet. I thought he can get to his landmark better than anybody.
You see it.
He could wall guys, mirror guys better than anybody. He just wasn't technically sound and very raw. Whereas guys in that class were way more technically sound, but not as athletically gifted. He's just all around more gifted than Nate. Nate's a dog, though. You know what I'm saying? Nate got some dog to him, but he's just not all the way developed yet. And that's cool. He was a 7th-round tackle. So
yeah, Nate will get that flag for the 3 pumps, you know?
That's crazy. That 3. I feel like he was watching, you know what I mean? The key
for sure.
It's like, Nate, what are you doing? You know, it's so funny.
He do that, man. He was like,
yeah,
10, what are you doing?
People got to slow down on one of the bench. Still, you're running the ball because Steele's run blocking really well. Like
running the ball because we just talked about it. Clayton Adams is a gangster.
Man, let me give him some flowers, man. You run the ball because Steele's climbing next level. He's a great run blocker.
Real quick, who's offensive lineman in Arizona? That's what I'm saying.
Steele's always been a good run blocker.
Exactly. Steele's always been a good run blocker. We haven't run the ball this well.
No, but I don't like giving all the credit to one. Like, I'm trying to give him credit, bro.
I got you.
Yeah,
I do it for you.
I know what you're saying.
I got you.
You run the ball because, like, when you watch Steele climb the next level, he's nasty on those double teams. He's displacing guys. Like, I think so many people is like, hey, let's just, you know, and you'll know if Steele is having just a terrible game, but I don't think he's been that bad, you know. And, you know, people have just, I think we got to stop that as fans. Like, man, I just want to see the next in line. Now, Elam, I don't want to see you, but everybody knows. Hey, let's talk about this defense. What you guys see or hear from this Panthers defense? I know Derek Brown, J.C. Horn. Anybody else y'all like on the defense and what they do?
Sean Robinson, I've been trying to get him into Dallas. I'm going to break them down in super detail tomorrow, but
Alabama.
Yeah, this is more of I want to make sure
he's got one of the funniest baby pictures I've ever seen.
Sean
Robinson. Yeah, because he was born big as hell, and there's like a picture of him like in a stroller as like a real little kid, and I mean that he's like out of the stroller basically. It's like he can't even sit in the thing. But yeah, he definitely coming out of Alabama. I thought he was going to be a star in the NFL.
Somebody years ago did a picture where they flipped his head upside down, and it still looked like Sean. It was kind of funny. It was just a funny picture because he is, you know. But I think this is all about really. I want to make sure I say this right. Ajero Avero, their defensive coordinator, third year since third year in Carolina, heavy zone guy. I remember 2023. We were going in there. Terrible team, but they had a solid defense. Number 1 or number 2, they were a top ranked pass defense. And if you remember that Carolina, it was not an easy game for they made us fight. Now we won comfortably, and we had to pick sixes, and Mike got like 2 or 3 sacks that game. But offensively, it was a bit of a fight from time to time in that game. But also they had Frankie Louvu and Brian Burns. Y'all, this might be the worst pass rush I've seen. I'm going to talk about a whole lot more tomorrow, but this is a terrible pass rush. So he still plays out of that zone, which keep things in front of you, makes you matriculate down the field. They're not a terrible pass defense, but this offense is a juggernaut right now. So I feel very comfortable. I just feel comfortable. I'm not saying that, you know, you're going to put up 40 again, but as long as you take care of the ball, don't commit penalties, you can remove the ball on these boys because they don't do anything at a high level on that side of the ball. J.C. Horn is good. I wouldn't try him a bunch of times. Maybe it's another situation where, hey, Flo, you know, Tolbert, Jake, and then we'll hit Pickens on like 3 big plays for like 50 yards and a tutty. You know what I mean? So,
but the numbers against them aren't bad. Like, you know, defensively wise, especially in the pass game. Like I was looking at some of their numbers, and I was thinking, oh, this would be another one of those games where Dak will probably go off or whatever. And I looked at their numbers, and like, especially like passer rating against things like that, like they're actually pass defense ain't bad.
You look at the Patriots game, That's the game I said.
I mean, again, I'm not trying to like disrespect their opponents.
No,
this ain't that. Dak Prescott in this offense, and it ain't Drake May who's playing good. It ain't Tua it ain't, you know what I mean? This is a different situation.
Better animal.
It ain't Trevor Lawrence.
That's offense in the league.
This is the best offense in the league you're going up against, and you can't get to the quarterback. I don't care about how good your zone is. If you can't get to the quarterback with Dak Prescott.
That's the problem right there, Scott. That's what I saw on film from versus them. Because, like you said, got some players run to the ball the whole nine. But I think that if you
Michael Penix, like Michael Penix, Tua, Trevor Lawrence,
bottom half,
you know what I'm saying?
Bottom half of the league type guys. I think what you're saying is spot on, Scott. And I'll tell you this: the issue that teams are going to have with this offense is, if you can't rush with 4 and you got to send pressure, well, Dak's great versus the blitz,
and they don't blitz that much,
and they don't blitz them. But then the thing is, okay, if you sit back and you play light boxes, we have the run game designs now.
Their linebackers.
There's no way he just did that, bro. All right. I've been doing good. He did not just do that.
I missed it. What happened? Fill me in.
He did not just overthrow him.
Jalen Hurts.
That's
bad. What if it went for 90? I just tuned in.
Hey, seriously.
Oh my God.
There's no way.
What do you think? What do you think the Panthers are with Jalen Hurts as their quarterback?
Oh my God.
Yo. I can honestly say John is the funniest person I've ever met in my life.
That might have been the grossest overthrow of the year so far.
But you know what though, Scott? That's the stuff that Dak does not miss on, bro.
I'm not
that bad. Jesus.
Because my big thing is the way I am with this stuff is it's like I just think teams matter a lot with quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
I mean, Mac Jones in San Francisco. I mean,
hey,
Daniel Jones leaving New York.
Yeah.
No, I've been preaching that for years. I said Pat Mahomes is not Pat Mahomes if he went to Carolina. He's not.
No. But now that goes to your coaching point. I don't know where Law just went. We about to wrap up anyway. I want
to show y'all the joint before I get a chance to use it.
I know,
man.
We got to do it on Tuesday.
No, I'm showing that now. I had too much fun making that.
Well, look,
how bad was
this? That was awesome. I'm gonna say this, John. I don't know if they're an NFL team with Hurts because the situation around him is so bad. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like Carolina's situation is great, but Bryce is also a pumpkin too. Like I'm not married to my stance that much, John, but let's be honest. Hurts has a great situation in Philly. But as the situation is starting to very slowly but surely deteriorate, and now you have the pressure. I mean, bro, that was why that throw right there. And I hate to tell this, that throw right there is why Tua replaced him at Alabama. I don't care what anybody says. I go back people forget. John, you laughing? John, why are you laughing? We acting like the greatest coach in college football history did not take Hurts off the field because the offense didn't move. John, am I laughing?
No, you're right. I watched the game. I remember it. I remember it well.
What's the score?
The Giants running and moving.
Trap game.
Hey, give us your breakdown, Law, and then we'll end because we're getting off of here at 10. How you feel about this Panthers game?
I think that we're going to win. I think that we're going to get back to what we do, and that's just running the ball to open up the pass. I think that's what the Cowboys are going to do against the Panthers this week. Even though the Panthers had a nice run game at Rico, I think that they're going to corral and they're making it's their business to stop Rico in this game. I think it's going to be something like that the Cowboys will be victorious versus the Panthers this week.
Law, give me your top 3 Cowboys defenders that you feel the best about.
Like currently now on the defense, James Houston, I feel tremendous. I feel good about him. Kenny Clark, and then Mears Learfowl. I think those three right there are my top three guys on this team.
We all had different three.
Yeah, the only other one that we had was Osa.
Osa quietly having a good season though.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I gotta put them up there, yo.
And you know what, Scott? I think you were saying this before the season really kicked off. That Osa was one of those guys like Michael Parsons. Teams or tend to fall off in November and December. But I'm looking at it like this, far as overall production, because of, I guess, what you call law of diminishing rates of return. So now that you look at Osa, I think what was big help for him is having Solomon Thomas coming in as a rotation.
I said Thomas. You said Thomas.
Yeah, I had him as the top 4. Yeah, Osa earlier in his career he got worn down. I wouldn't say he tailed off playing. He just got worn down because he wasn't expected to be the guy. I'm not on the bandwagon of the Michael Parsons wear down. I'm not in that camp.
Okay.
Osa definitely early because he came in as a rookie and played because of the injuries. Remember Brent Urban, I think, went down. I think it was that year. A couple other guys, and he played so much. But last year he didn't. I thought last year he played pretty well all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. For me, this team, to put a bow on this thing, we'll let everybody and thank you guys for tapping in with us. I know it's NFC East football, so people probably watching this game. To put a bow on it for me, that's awesome, guy. I want to actually just blow that picture up. Look at John.
Man, this is what's supposed to be the whole time, man.
John, look at John's smile.
Wait a minute.
That's a little like, wait a goddamn.
Hey, I love that I got a bucket.
That's Law on the phone.
Thank you, Scott.
That is me. Wow.
Scott, thank you for giving me my bucket.
Hey, real quick, one thing I was going to say about this game. If you think the Cowboys have a chance of being a playoff team, this game's must win.
Must win.
You don't lose this game and think don't come
100%.
back to me next week and talking about playoffs. Anybody, if they don't win, this is in that sense, you got to win this game. And I think they will, but I'm just saying.
Can I say something, John? Shoddy has had us locked in for every game. And even
the Bears game's the only one.
And so the Bears game to me, I hate to do this. Man, that Javonte Williams fumble, man.
And the CD injury.
And the CD injury.
And to keep it a buck, wasn't that game was tight. It wasn't like we didn't respond.
No,
you
didn't. It wasn't like you didn't respond. You're right, Scott. It's just
I think the CD going out probably.
Yeah.
Really
CD going out and just like was like that, just that gut punch of CD not playing. You're just like
yeah,
definitely.
If we didn't have those turnovers, I think we still can put up 30 points in that game, and that's what I kind of pointed out.
I think Law, you could put up 30 on any team in this league.
Right.
I believe. I like when you did what you did versus a good Green Bay defense.
Right.
You could put up 30 on it, and to Sky's point, like Tua, Kyler Murray, Trevor Lawrence, that like these Drake made 40 on the Carolina Panthers. That like you go up 14-0 on this team, that Carolina offense is not coming back. You know what I mean?
Hey, Kyler Murray, that's another one. Tell me he's drafted by San Francisco. Let's see how different the narrative is with him.
Yeah,
I think Kyler Murray is a good quarterback. I just don't think he's great. You know what I mean?
Great is a stretch for me. But we got that conversation. Kyler is
I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's great.
I agree.
Hey, look, bro. I watched that dude do some things where I'm like, Kyler, what are you doing? He is that quarterback, bro. But do we play Arizona this year?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
Did
they have to put in his contract that he had to study the tape and stuff like that?
I don't know if that's a true.
That's the other part, the mental aspect. Yeah,
mental.
Bro, they said he plays the game so much, Call of Duty, that I was reading the article
that he put it in his contract.
Bro, I don't.
That's real.
My game. Who on here is a gamer? Sky, you a gamer?
No, I stopped. I ain't got time.
I don't know, man. I will say this: gamer people are like that, bro. I had a roommate in college. I'm like, bro, it's 5 a.m. You still on the game?
My brother like that.
Hey, move left, bro. I'm like, bro,
he's camping. What?
Bro, hold on, Sky. He's screaming into the headset,
yelling,
bro. You're an idiot. What are you doing? Oh, he's trolling. bruh. Anyway, Cowboys Collective, the best.
Yo, do me a favor. Go look up Drewski's gamer. He has a gamer skit. Hilarious, spot on. This dude is spot on. We'll look up Drewski gamer skit. It's crazy.
Hey, Scott, is he the funniest guy?
No. I think he does the best skits.
No.
Oh my God! Funny compared to what?
You know who
John's like, wait a minute.
No, we're not doing this.
No.
He's
so,
fine. We're not gonna act like he's like on Dave Chappelle's level.
But you're talking about like these skit social media dudes, right? You're not talking about like stand-up comedians.
No stand-up.
Oh, okay.
He's number one.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
is he not?
Yeah.
What's my man Sky who wears the do-rag?
Trey Rags.
Trey Rags, bro.
Trey Rags. Yeah.
I don't think he's funny to me.
What?
I do not think that dude is funny, bro.
That's just opinion, bro. So and I can never argue. I always tell you this. I don't debate people's music taste, and they're like, because this art is all subjective.
You talking about the light-skinned boy with the glasses and the do-rag?
Trey is hilarious.
Yeah.
Hold on. John.
But people think Drewski's corny. There's so like.
I think Drewski's funny.
But there's people that think all these dudes are. Some people.
What's the other guy? Desi. What's the other guy?
Desi's not bad.
Desi's fun.
Here's why I like Trey, because it's literally like him. It's like him. Like the skits are really stupid. Like it's just him and his phone. You can tell it's like stupid setup. But it's very like I just love how Cam Scatterbo is really running through them. Yeah. This is wild. I'm sorry, John. I know this is my ADHD. I'm all over the place. But when the chat sees this run, he just ran over the Eagles' best. What's 53's name on the Eagles still? No, their best linebacker.
Oh, Bond.
He ran through
Bond. Damn.
You see that, Sky?
Yeah.
He ran him over.
See, we should have.
Come on, Miles Sanders. We should have did that.
But look, bro, Scott, I'm gonna put it in the chat and we'll let everybody watch it. He has a joint where it says your friend that tries to be too different. John, the fun.
I actually did see that one.
Be real. He was like a Scott. He laughed.
No. Now listen, I'll be like, there's dudes I don't find all that funny, but they make a funny skit from time to time. But I'm not a fan of his. No.
Hey, you like that redneck skit that he did?
That shit is so. Hey, yo. I put it on my show where he said, "You lost, boy."
If you really want to get crazy,
wow,
the joint where he said, the joint where he was talking about your work wife. I'm like, yo, this dude is.
No, that is. I know. I saw that.
It'd be real, like real life.
He's a nut, and then he got in the car with his real wife. Drive, get on home.
He put the most thought into the skit. That's why it's almost. Man, see, I almost said.
I think the only thing for me is that it's not his fault, because you get so famous that you just start doing stuff to where like you just feel like you're seeing the person everywhere. Like the Kelseys are like that, and Snoop has become like that, and I'm trying to think of another one, Jelly Roll, and we're just like, even if you like the person, it gets to a point where you're like, all right, do they have to be everywhere? Do I have to see them in everything I'm doing? Like, can I get away from this for 5 minutes?
So,
but every time Drewski drop, man, it's sometimes he be like that, but most of the time, boy, it's funny.
I like the Alabama one he did, the Roll Tide. It was funny. With
what's his name?
Oh boy,
Willie something, Alabama Willie or something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all who I don't think is funny, but I respect his grind. I love Cassinet, but I don't think
he's not a skit guy.
Yeah, it's just like they just do like stupid stuff.
No, he's a streamer. We talking about skit. The Desi Banks, the Mojos, the boy you said, they make skits.
Oh man, it's viral now.
Kai's a streamer.
Yeah. You're right about that.
That's Scatterbo run was.
The whole streaming. This is a whole nother conversation. This is a backdoor conversation off the record. Cowboys Collective, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much. We will see you guys. I was about to go down a whole streaming thing because I'm like, yo, I
had this conversation with my bros a couple weeks ago when we was partaking in festivities. So I know what you mean,
bro. Streamers are feeding families of families to just sit online and do nothing.
Bro, it's a whole different.
Is that what we should do,
John?
Should we just like we'll just go live throughout all of the Cowboys games?
This is my last thing, real quick, y'all. My team, my kids, they used to watch.
Country Wayne funny too, bro.
Country Wayne is very funny,
but he's transitioned to being a funny stand-up too. But that's different.
My kids, they used to watch this dude named Ninja play 2K.
Oh yeah, Ninja's probably the number one, or was at one point the number one.
So they would. I'm like, you're watching somebody else play the game, and he's got him. I'm like, you're watching him scream at the TV. But and then it's so like anyway, love you guys. People who probably watch us, they say they crazy. Who knows? We love y'all. You're not crazy. Thank you for watching us. Chat box, we love you. Let me make sure we got one super. He's talking about some draft stuff. Okay, Jermaine Matthews, thank you for that. John Machota, Law Nation, Skywalker Steele. Sky, can you move out the way so we can see that real quick? Just duck down that whole. Look at us yelling. Me and Sky screaming at each other. Law screaming at who's Law screaming at in that?
He's on the phone.
Yeah,
okay, you know how Law be filming the CC. Law on the phone right now. See?
Yeah, what is John doing?
John's writing an article on his laptop.
He's writing an article.
Look, me and you screaming at each other. Law's recording himself, and John's writing his next article just smiling because that's what John do when we argue, you know.
Hey, listen,
just have a good time.
If you look at the details,
you're gonna post it on Twitter, man. I just got to see that. Yeah.
If you look at the details,
send it to you. I said I ain't posted yet because I wanted everybody to see.
That's hard. That's hard,
man.
But hold on. He got my locks right. Sky got a crispy shape up.
He got the beard.
Bro, still is a wild boy.
Look, Law got the
suit with the hoodie.
Law got the suit, got the jacket with the hoodie.
Yep. Matter of fact,
and John got on his little street jacket from Athletic, you know, or that was more.
Yo, he got it.
I got the jacket right here.
Sky. Yo.
Crazy,
Oh man, hey John, he stays strapped.
He does. I knew that.
He said, all right, y'all. Much love to y'all. See y'all on Tuesday after a big Cowboys win. Peace.
They're loud.
That is. Hey, I'm about to watch this mother effing game.